Good morning. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through Sunrise Stretch. We will practice together for 25 minutes. So just a reminder to listen to your body through the class. If any stretches are not working for you, please skip them, come on out and modify. And things that you may want to support you through the practice today is it can be nice to have a yoga mat, maybe a block and a blanket. Those can be a nice support in some of the poses. But of course, if you don't have those props, that's okay. You definitely don't need them to go through the class today. So I was thinking today we could focus a little bit on the shoulders. I know the shoulders hold a lot of tension through the day, especially if we're at the computer and we're doing a bit of rounding. All of these muscles in the front of the body, they tend to shorten, and then all of the muscles in the back of the body tend to lengthen. So then there becomes this imbalance in the body, which over time that can lead to discomfort and pain, and injury, and things like that. So I was thinking today we could do a nice practice to, open up the shoulders, open up the heart space, create more length in the front of the body, and then do stretches to kind of shorten and tighten up the muscles in the back of the body. So let's get started. We'll come on down to a comfortable seated position. And of course, you can sit on a block if you wanted, or sit on a blanket. That will just help to have the spine be a little bit straighter, maybe a little longer. And it also helps to take a bit of pressure off of the knees. It helps to roll the pelvis forward a little bit. As we begin here, begin to take your shoulders up to the ears, create a nice large circle, and relax your shoulders down your back. Take a full breath in, draw the shoulders up, back, and down. And one more time, nice inhale and exhale. Great. Take your hands up and overhead. Fingers will interlock, palms will touch. Nice full breath here to lengthen. Release to the right and the left. We'll just take a nice little wiggle here in the waist side to side. Really try to ground into the sitting bones and lengthen the spine. So lengthen as you inhale, lengthen as you exhale, lengthen as you move to the right, through the center, and to the left. Take a moment to pause, release your hands to the right. And rolling that right shoulder under, we'll feel our left shoulder roll back a little bit and feel that the heart is shining up to the sky. Come back to center, nice full breath here to lengthen. Let's take those hands to the left. Rolling your left shoulder back, right shoulder rolls open here, and then just try to feel this nice opening through the chest space and through the heart. Come back on through the center. Release your hands behind your body. Let's try yoga mudra here. So fingers will interlock and palms will touch. Maybe square the wrists off here. Imagine that you could squeeze a pencil between the shoulder blades. We just want to feel those arms really, really active, engaged. Good. Take your hands on up to the sky. Let's bring our index and our thumb to touch. Gently relax your hands down. And inhale, rise on up. And release. And 3 more times here with the breath. Good. As your hands relax down, reach for opposite elbows behind your body. So maybe on this one, imagine that you could squeeze a pencil between the shoulder blades. And if you can grab for opposite elbows, that's great. But you can also just encourage your hands in that direction as well. Letting that one go, let's take our hands on up to the sky. Bringing your hands into prayer, and let's take our hands at the heart, breathing out. Inhale, reach up and stretch up. And release. Let's go 3 more times here. Hands at the heart space and circle in the other direction. So we'll take our fingertips to the sky. We'll bring our arms out and around. And release. Let's float those hands right on up to the sky. We'll bring our hands in line with our shoulders. Gently relax your right hand down your back, and then let your left hand draw you into a shoulder release. Try to feel your shoulders relax away from your ears. So create a little bit of space here between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. Hands to the sky. Let's breathe in here. Left hand lowers, right hand can draw you into that stretch. Try to open up the chest and the heart. Relax your shoulders back and down. Arms to the sky. Breathe here. Let's take those arms out into a T position. Right arm goes to the left. So we'll have our right arm over, left arm under. Bending into your left arm, let's take ourselves into a nice shoulder opener. Try to relax your right ear from the right shoulder. And then let's begin to gently soften the right ear to the right shoulder. So we're just going to bring ourselves into a bit of a neck stretch here. And coming back on up to center, realign here, arms out into T, nice full breath in. Left hand to the right, right arm bends, drawing you into that stretch. And as we start, we will relax that shoulder from the ear, and then you can soften the ear to the shoulder. Good. Float it back on up to neutral. Arms come out into T, nice full breath here. Right arm under, left arm over. Reach for opposite shoulders. Press the backs of your hands together. Arms can wrap up and hands can wrap up. We'll take an eagle stretch with the arms. And having your hands here, you can also bring your hands to the sky if you wanted a little bit more stretch. Try to relax your shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in and breathe out. Arms sweep out into T, full breath. Left arm under, right arm over. And sweep up if you'd like. And release. Unwrap arms. Hands onto the shoulders. Elbows float up, back, and down. Full breath in and out. Let's go one more time here. Release. Good. Let's bring our hands on up to the sky. Take your hands in line with your shoulders, and we are going to do a nice little wiggle here in the waist. So really try to reach and stretch up with that right hand, then create a little slack. Reach and stretch up with your left, and slack a little bit. And we're just going to go side to side. Good. Let's come back onto neutral, bringing the arms out into a T position, and then reaching and stretching off with that left hand. Float yourself back to center, reach and stretch off with the right, and back to center. And we're just gonna kind of flow here side to side. Let's release that one. We're going to come on forward into a table position. So as you come into table, if you would like, grab a blanket to pad your knees. Take your knees, your hips in line. Take your wrists, your shoulders in line. Feel the fingers spread wide. Press down through your index finger, press down through your thumb. We are going to work with a little flow for thread the needle. So for this one, take your right hand to the sky, breathe in, float your arm underneath your body, and just take a moment to relax the side of your head down. Give yourself a breath here. Hand's going to reach up to the sky again. So hand reaches and stretches up. And relax that arm down. Head relaxes, full breath in. Great. And let's do that one 3 more times here. So hand can reach and stretch up and lower. Good. And pausing for a moment. So we'll just begin to find a drishti. Find that one spot to focus your concentration, to focus your awareness. And once you find that spot, not letting the eyes shift at all. Now decide where you'd like to go so you can stay right where you're at. If you wanted to give yourself a little bit more stretch, left toes can curl under and leg can straighten. Maybe lift your leg on up to the sky. There's also a variation whether your foot is on the ground or not, where you take your hand to the sky. And we're just going to simply breathe here. So really engage your core. Coming on out, knee down, hand down. Right hand to the sky. Let's circle that one out. So large circles or small circles here. And flow in the other direction. Good. Let's come into table position. Flowing through cat and dog here. So let's take a moment to lower the stomach down, lift up through the heart. Tailbone will lower and crown of the head will lower. And flow through a cat and a dog stretch for a moment. Lengthen as you inhale. Lengthen as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from your ears. We'll create a little space here between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And on the exhale, really rounding your back. Imagine creating space between the shoulder blades. Good. Let's bring ourselves into that neutral spine. Left hand rises up, full breath in. Float the arms underneath your body. Maybe give that pause here. Breathe into that nice neck opening, nice shoulder opening. Reset yourself back on up, hand to the sky, full breath in. And release. Now we're going to take that movement 3 more times, flowing at your own pace, moving with your breath. Let's give ourselves that time to pause. You can relax your head down, relax yourself into the stretch. We'll just relax through our shoulder, through the side of the neck. And working with your variation of the stretch. So maybe straightening out that left leg or right leg rather, sorry. Maybe lift your leg on up. You could take your hand to the sky as well. So good for opening up your shoulder. And release. Let's split ourselves on out. Knee comes down, hand comes down. Let's take our hand to the sky and circle. Reverse, flow in the other direction. And reset. We're going to float ourselves into table. And let's bring it down onto our backs or down onto our stomachs from here. So you can just let yourself float right down to your belly. And as we're here, let's work a bit with our shoulders. Right hand comes off to the right. Let your palm face down and try to have your hand in line with your shoulder. So what I mean by that is I don't want the hand up too far or down too far. Just create this nice alignment of hand in line with shoulder off the side of your yoga mat, off to the right. Good. Now for this one, if you wanted to stay here, this can be a great place to be. If you wanted to give yourself more of a stretch, you would begin to roll off towards your right. So that left side of your body is just going to roll to the right. Your left leg can come up and over and create a little bit of a kickstand support here. And we're just going to breathe into this one for a moment or two. To make the stretch less intense, your left shoulder will roll to the left, so down towards the yoga mat. So that's going to make it easier. And then to make it more challenging, your left shoulder is going to roll to the right. So almost like you're in time going to stack your shoulders open. Let's begin to unwrap this pose. We'll come down onto our stomach and try that one on the other side. So left hand can float off towards the left. Have your palm face down. Have your hand in line with your shoulder. And decide where you'd like to go with this one. So you can stay right where you're at. Maybe that right leg comes up and over and creates a little bit of a kickstand. To make the stretch easier, your right shoulder is going to roll off to the right side of the room. And then to make this more challenging, your right shoulder rolls off to the left. And you could even intensify the stretch by taking that right hand behind your body as well. So this is a wonderful stretch on the shoulder, really good for getting into the rotator cuff. It's a great stretch for creating that opening in the heart space, opening the chest. And begin to release. We're going to float ourselves down onto our stomachs. Let's press on up into table. And from table, you can sit back onto your heels for a moment or sit with the legs crossed, whatever works for your knees. Let's take our hands on our shoulders. We'll take our elbows forward, Take them up, relax them back and down. Full breath in, release. One more time. Good. Let's float ourselves back on through into table. We're going to come down onto our stomach. And we'll work another really nice shoulder opener and a nice heart opener. This one, we are going to begin to cross our arms in front of our body. Let's have our right arm close to us and then left arm on top. Now, what you can do is you can walk your hands into your body a little bit because we want our hands to be in line with our shoulders. And then we'll begin to walk the hands away from us if that feels comfortable. Now, one thing that's important is to feel even in the shoulders. So you don't want to be dipping down too much on the right. That would be pretty common. So if you have to walk that right arm out a little bit and then walk yourself a little deeper in with that left hand, you can do that. Maybe relax your head down. And then just trying to clear the mind of thoughts. We always have thoughts moving through the mind, maybe thoughts for the past, thoughts for the future. Try to release your thoughts. Bring your awareness to the breath. Bring the awareness to the present moment. And then we are going to re-thread the arms. So left arm will thread so that it's closest into your body. And hands are out to the sides of the room, and you can kind of scoot your hands into your body a bit, and then you can walk them away a little bit more if that works for you. Gently relax your chin to your chest. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe do a little scan of your body here. Notice where you're holding on to tension. And then with each exhale, try to let that tension go. And release. Let's unwrap those arms. We are going to prop ourselves back on up into table. And sweep your feet forward. Let's come into seated. Legs can extend right out in front of you. We'll take a moment here to flex the feet, press out through the heels and the backs of the knees. Let's take those hands onto the shoulders. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release one more time. Breathe in and out. Great. Gently relaxing the hands down. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope your shoulders are feeling a little bit better. I think this is a really nice practice to do in the morning. It's really going to set you up for the workday, being at the computer, things like that. So I hope that you feel really great today. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care.